What's up guys, welcome to yet another Mario cake tutorial. So this one's a little bit different from my previous cake tutorials, but as always I start off by rolling out some fondant. You know how my videos go. So this fondant's a little bit thick, and this is so that I can fit a wooden skewer in the middle here, and this is so that Princess Peach will be able to stand up straight on top of the cake. So I do let her dry for about a day or two, and this is just so that she's nice and stiff and that it won't fall over on top of the cake. Using a bunch of different blades here, pen blade, razor blades, just to cut around her. And I'm cutting on a little cutting mat, and this is so that I do not ruin my silicone mat that's underneath. I have some more edible images here. I have Mario and I have Luigi, and as you can see here, I'm using my edible glue to glue the image to the piece of fondant, and then I'm cutting around it. Now these do not have a skewer in them, and that's because they're not going on top of the cake, they're going to go on front of the cake. And I always like to put fondant behind my edible images, and this is just so that they pop out a little bit more, and just so that they're not, slapped directly onto the cake. I'm just not feeling how that looks. So I like this look a lot better, and then they dry a little bit firm, so that's great. Right here I'm doing those question mark blocks for the cake as well, and of course they are on top of fondant as well, just so that they can pop out a little bit. And then now I'm going to make the door for the front of the cake. This is a wooden impression mat. Now these are great because it gives you all those little grooves. Trying to make this door kind of look like, where Mario goes to fight Bowser in the very end. I'm trying to make that door look like that. So I'm just making, the little rings for the door and the door handles, and I'm gluing everything together with my edible glue. You can find it on my website. I'll put a link in the description. I'm using another type of impression, and this one is on a rolling pin. It just makes it look like, stones. So that's also pretty cool. Made some easy little fondant coins. And right here in the fondant, you see me adding this white powder. This is called Tylose powder. What this does is it helps your fondant dry nice and hard. Fondant will dry hard naturally, but it just takes a while. So I like to add the Tylose powder in there, and it just helps speed it up. Using a little sprinkle jar just to help me keep that super round shape for the tunnel, and this is going to go on the top of the cake. So I actually need this to dry really hard. I don't want it to flop at all. Everything is glued together with my edible glue, and I actually will leave this to dry for about 2 days. Now on to the cake. So I have my 6-inch cake here covered in white buttercream as the crumb coat. Once that's set, I come in with a light blue buttercream, and I'm using an offset spatula to spread it. And I'm using the smooth cake comb from Ester Cakes. She's got a lot of different designs with her cake combs. I'll put a link in the description if you'd like to check that out. And now it's on to the fun part. Now we get to decorate. So you can see here the cake is nice and chilled and cold, and all the buttercream is set, so I can add all the fondant details with my edible glue. We have the edible images in the front and on top, and you can just get really creative with the design, put things where you want it. Just have fun with it. This design is more on the simple side. So it should be easy for everyone to go ahead and follow along. If you guys happen to make this cake, let me know in the comments, and let me know how you like this tutorial, how it turned out, and feel free to ask me any questions that you guys have. And as always, happy caking!